All right, I thought our guys had a pretty good week as far as injuries. Tyler Dipple should be with us. Ethan Armstrong, no problems. Practiced yesterday and today. Ricky Wagner hasn't practiced with us yet. Don't think he'll play with us on Saturday, but coming back, everything's been positive with him. It's just he was probably going to miss this game unless there's something miracle between now and Saturday. And then everybody else that played with us last week should be back. So excited for the axe, the rivalry, everything else, the border battle. I know our guys have been jazzed all week, especially our Minnesota players. But what's kind of amazed me all the way through this whole thing is, my first year here, I'm coming in. Here's a kid I'm from Illinois. I played at Iowa, coached a couple different schools. When I came in here, I was amazed at the knowledge that our kids had of the rivalry, whether they're from Wisconsin, Minnesota. It's kind of neat to see all of our kids, Florida, Ohio, Michigan, wherever they're from, they all get into this week, and it's been pretty fun to be a part of it. And obviously, our kids are excited for Saturday. So after that,
Do you think Wagner, even though he's going to probably be out this week, that next week would be a?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, when you saw it on film, it looks pretty nasty, which gives a tribute to how athletic he is and how well his body bends. I don't know if we'll have him Tuesday, Wednesday, but my guess is some part of middle of next week we get him back.
So do you go with Matthias at left guard?
Yep, we will go with Ryan Groy starting at left tackle, Matthias, and actually Robbie Burge has been back with us all this week, so I'll leave that up to Bart, but Burge has been there equal amount at guard as well as tackle. And Dallas Llewellyn practiced all this week and probably should play Saturday if we need him to.
At what spot?
At both tackle, tackle and guard, but he'd be mainly a tackle.
Since you guys have won so many in a row, has that changed the rivalry at all? Because it has been so one-sided, or is it still?
I got that question a couple times this week. I don't see it that way. I think our guys, one of the things that we say is when you're going into this game, you can take all the records, all the past experiences and throw them out the window. It's really just about who plays well on Saturday. I think we've taken the field since I've been here, maybe with a team that's on paper a lot better and has been really close, and vice versa. I think that our kids understand that Saturday we're going to get an effort out of Minnesota that has been be better than anything they put on film to this point, and be more engaged and more energized than anything we've seen.
In what areas have you seen Stavi improve since his first start, and in what areas do you still look at him and go, man, he's still pretty young?
Yeah, I think the biggest jump he's made is in handling the game, whether it's making a call here or there, a protection, understanding awareness. Hey, it's 2nd and 12. I got to get half of it back. Just managing the game overall. In the area that you probably see him, he's still young, is just some innocent stuff. The way he kind of handles practice, and you don't. He's really a pretty carefree spirit, and you'd like to see him, but it's just his personality, and it's us getting to know him a little bit too.
Because he said the other day he still needs to practice better.
Oh yeah, he needs to practice better. He's no doubt about that. I think the one thing that Joel is he's a gamer. He's competitive. I think he's relies a lot on his God-given abilities and has a lot of faith in that. But I think the more he learns to practice better, he's even going to play better.
That home-and-home series with Maryland got finalized today. You guys have obviously really beefed up the schedule here.
Well, it's I think in my learning curve as a head coach, just how far in advance you got to be, but also like I saw some things today where some teams are canceling on people for next year. I think the world of college football during my tenure has changed so much in contracting, people backing out. So you got to make sure that the contract is worded the right way, so you don't get someone to back out of your deal and pay fines and all that stuff. And then obviously in the world of college football, after these next 2 years, it changes dramatically, and the strength of schedule is going to be a big part of it.
How long, ballpark, have those talks been going on with Maryland? I think this just happened overnight.
Oh yeah, no, I would say even go back to the BYU thing, 18 months. There's so many moving parts now with the Big Ten Network, ESPN. When you get out of the conference, a lot of these deals that you're signing now, they also kind of have a little asterisk if someone's not in that conference anymore, or if they jump to a conference that's playing a 9-game conference schedule. Same thing with us, because at one time we were going to 9 and now we weren't. So there's a lot of moving parts that I'm not involved with, that it's really our lawyers and our administration.
Do you know how much longer Jesse Hayes will be on?
Yeah, he will be the regular season. He probably wouldn't be involved with. If we're fortunate enough to get in postseason play, there's a good chance maybe.
Did you go with Strickland as the history of
Historian? Yeah, he was last year too. So I'm a guy that kind of rides the wave. If something goes well, you stick with it. So it's something that means a lot to Strick because he was a former player here. And then obviously he taught in Minnesota for a couple of years and was an assistant coach and a high school coach. But again, here I saw Coach Faulkner. He was up in front of the team presenting. He's my kickoff return coach, and he gave a little spiel at the beginning about what this game means to him. And here's a guy that came from Indiana, came here and played and was involved in it as a player, and now coming back as a coach, how jacked he is to be involved. So it really, any player that's ever been through this program, once it's in your blood, it stays in your blood.
Speaking of returns, do you go back to Melvin on kickoffs and?
Yep. Melvin's looked real good. Abby and Kenzel, really, it depends on the situation back there that we'd probably put them in on.
Coach, when you are recruiting a player, do you show them the axe and tell them about the rivalry before they come here?
Well, the axe is displayed in their locker room, so obviously if a kid's from Minnesota, you talk about it. But a lot of times when we're just going through a general presentation, you'll show video footage of it. Different things to stress it. It's something that we talk about in the out of season as well as not just during the Axe Week. One of the things I learned from Coach Alvarez is appreciating that once you win that Axe, you win it for an entire year. It's a trophy. It's a symbol of a win, not just for us and our team, but for our fan base and for our state.
And you showed them this week the video of 03 when Minnesota took the Axe. How did they react to that?
Yeah, it was, again, Coach Strickland, part of his presentation. It was the way he ended it. I think a lot of people thought it was probably going to be his touchdown. Strick scored that baby, and I didn't know what it was going to be, but he did the same thing last year. And there is no feeling ever like seeing someone come across your sideline and take something that's yours or that you've had ownership in for a year. So I thought that was a great way to symbolize and make sure our guys understand the importance.
Is Minnesota still as important for you recruiting-wise as it always has been? Has that changed?
I think so. We got a lot of, look at our defensive line. 2 of our starting 4 guys, Bo Allen and Brendan Kelly. Again, we're always going to, because of proximity, the state of Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, it's an easy, and because of the reciprocity, we have so many regular students, that I think it's kind of neat that, hey, my buddy from my class is going there too, so there's a little bit of that.
Does that help with walk-ons too then?
Yeah, but I can say I don't think we have a Minnesota walk-on right now. But yes, it has in the past.